And a very pleasant good evening as always. It's great to have you with us tonight. I'm Dwayne Lindo, in for Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, one skydiving company made history at Venice Municipal Airport today with the first commercial jump. But as ABC7's Kate Flexter tells us, getting permission to do it was no easy task.
They've been trying to bring skydiving to Venice for 7 years now, and today was that first jump. Many now saying it's a sign of progress for the airport. With the engine running and wheels on the tarmac, 4 passengers left Venice Municipal Airport on a one-way flight. The only exit, a 10,000-foot jump.
I could talk to you for hours and hours and you still wouldn't understand it. You know, it's such a rush, isn't it? Like you couldn't, you have to do it to understand it.
Owner of Skydive Venice Beach, Christian Shomig, has jumped nearly 8,000 times. But for Mashid Kamali, it was the first time.
I was nervous, but as soon as I jumped out of the airplane, there was this silence and then the beautiful scenery that you could see.
A 2-mile descent carried only by wind resistance.
He just made a very good skydive over Venice, Florida.
But for 7 years leading up to that moment, the only resistance came from the Venice City Council, concerned about safety risks. City Councilman Kit McKeon has been there throughout the process.
During the period of uncertainty, we didn't want to have something else adding an issue that potentially would concern the citizens.
That period of uncertainty McKeon's referring to was a time when the airport was in need of repair.
The airport had almost suffered from what I will call 60 years of benign neglect. It needed work.
But since then, the Federal Aviation Administration has given them nearly $18 million to refurbish different parts of the airport. It still operates without a control tower, though, which was among the concerns for the council, and something Shomig acknowledged as an obstacle.
We have different traffic pattern than the planes and the helicopters, and so we had to work through a long process.
But today, that long process finally came to an end. Shomig took that first jump, and he says it was well worth waiting for.
Skydiving is very special no matter where you do it. You could jump over the desert and you'll have a blast, right? So to add that component to a skydive is just very special. It's just like, wow.
They expect to see many other customers coming in after this first jump. In Venice, Kate Flexter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
The FAA did conduct a risk safety study before allowing skydiving out of Venice Airport. Across the country, families are decorating their homes with laser light projectors. But despite their festive appearances, the holiday lights could actually be doing more harm than good. The Federal Aviation Administration is warning consumers of the potential risk the light displays may do to the community. Dave Armbrust, the chief flight instructor at Cirrus Aviation in Sarasota, says the laser is especially dangerous when a pilot is landing. Lasers should not be projected at or within the flight of any aircraft within 10 nautical miles of an airport. The most common mistake homeowners make is shining the light too high up, trying to reach the roof line of the house.
Take something and try to block the lights. Once it starts shining on, say, a white surface or whatnot, and if it's not blocking anything on the house, well, then it's going into the sky.
Several manufacturers are also trying to get out a message of caution, warning customers through labels on their packaging to be careful when putting laser projections outside. On the Suncoast today, the 3rd Annual International Food and Crafts Festival. The event, hosted by the Islamic Society of Sarasota Bradenton, bringing out people from all over to enjoy food from other cultures, go on mosque tours, and get artistic with henna and face painting. The goal, to bring visibility to local vendors, specifically Muslim businesses and entrepreneurs.
We watched a prayer ceremony and it was all explained to us and questions were answered, so it was very educational.
People seem to be very scared or hateful toward us in certain situations, and this just is a reminder that majority of people are not that way. It's nice to have our doors open and everybody feels comfortable and welcome.
Admission was free to the festival, and the local blood drive was also on site for donations. Today marks the National Wreaths Across America Day. The Sarasota Military Academy and community members gathering to honor the day at the Sarasota National Cemetery, covering each and every grave with an evergreen wreath. Family-sponsored remembrance wreaths showing their thanks to their buried patriots.
It's so nice for all our veterans that everybody comes out and lays wreaths. My mom and dad are buried here, so I want to, this is the first time I've come. My friend Sherry always brings out a wreath for them, and this year I was able to make it, so I'm really happy to be here.
Families with loved ones buried at the Sarasota National Cemetery got to lay their wreaths first. Now let's go to the lovely and talented Wendy Ross for a first check on our weather.
Dwayne, it's always great when you're here. Thank you so much. We are looking at beautiful, beautiful weather conditions right now. And this is what it looks like right around Casey Key. The sun, of course, is setting, and we are looking at the sky conditions that became fair skies during the latter part of the day. We had plenty of cloud cover around, but right now we're looking at fair skies. Temperatures in the low 70s. The humidity is creeping up, as is the dew point. The winds are coming in out of the south, and that's helping create a little bit more moist conditions around the region. You can see the rain showers mostly along the east coast right now, and they're continuing to ride on up the east coastline. Nothing happening over here at this point. We had some rains earlier, and they've pretty much dissipated, at least for some locations. We'll talk about the rest of the weekend forecast and what we can expect for later on tonight and into tomorrow in just a few minutes. Dwayne.
Wendy, thank you. The 15th Annual Holiday Basket Brigade provided over 1,100 baskets to families in need today. Hosted by the Tiny Hands Foundation alongside All Faiths Food Bank, families received full turkeys, fresh produce, and baskets filled with Christmas treats and toys.
Literally thousands of kids in our community will wake up on Christmas morning with Christmas toys. Thousands of families will sit down to a holiday meal because of the Holiday Basket Brigade.
The event took place at the Boys and Girls Club of Sarasota, and members of the community were also able to participate in sponsoring a basket. And still to come here on ABC 7, tension in China rises over an underwater drone, what China is calling a hyped-up incident. Plus, the creator of a life-saving maneuver dies at 96. His legacy and more when we return.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC 7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC 7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community.
It's been an emotional time politically and socially this year.
But during a season when hearts are a little more open to love, we want to talk about good things to believe in.
We believe in teamwork and building trust.
We believe every cloud has a silver lining.
We believe in treating everyone with respect.
We believe in being kind, no matter how busy the day is.
We hope you believe too.
Happy holidays from ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better eater.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected anytime, anywhere with breaking news and weather alerts, video on demand, and live streaming of your Suncoast News. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
Hey, I'm really glad that you're taking a few moments to check out this video about the ministry of First Sarasota, Downtown Baptist Church. I'm William Hill, lead pastor here at First Sarasota. For the last 15 years, it's been my privilege to share in the life of this faith community, a community that centers itself around faith, friends, and family. Indeed, it is a ministry that's been in existence right here in this wonderful city for over a century.
After flaring tensions in the South China Sea, China now says it's in the process of returning an underwater drone it seized from the U.S. The U.S. government has been calling it an unlawful seizure and demanding its immediate return. China says that it simply removed it from the water for safety purposes, and the incident has been hyped up. CNN's Matt Rivers has the latest from Beijing.
The USNS Bowditch, an unarmed military research ship, was about 50 miles off the Filipino coast Thursday, where the Navy says it was conducting research using 2 underwater drones called ocean gliders. Officials said the research was legal under international law. It was set to bring them back on board when officials say a Chinese naval ship trailing the Bowditch launched a small boat which swooped in and stole one of the ocean gliders. The Defense Department says the Bowditch immediately made contact to ask for it back, but the Chinese ship simply sailed away. Friday, Pentagon officials asked again. Spokesman Captain Jeff Davis told reporters, quote, "It is ours and we would like it back, and we would like this not to happen again." The Chinese Defense Ministry responded late Saturday, saying that its ship initially didn't know what the drone was and seized it for navigational safety reasons. They went on to say, quote, "Upon confirming that the device was a U.S. underwater drone, the Chinese side decided to transfer it to the U.S. side in an appropriate manner. China and the United States have been communicating about this process. It is inappropriate and unhelpful for a resolution that the U.S. has unilaterally hyped the issue. We express our regret over that." The seizure comes at a time of heightened U.S.-Chinese military tensions in the South China Sea. China has built and militarized artificial islands in disputed territory, action the U.S. calls illegal. And President-elect Trump has made Beijing angry twice in the last 2 weeks, first taking a call from Taiwan's president and then questioning the legitimacy of the One China policy, a decades-old diplomatic staple of U.S.-China relations. Matt Rivers, Beijing.
Back here in Florida, more Walt Disney World restaurants will soon begin serving alcohol. Disney announcing that starting this week, 4 more Magic Kingdom restaurants will begin serving beer and wine. Up until now, only the Be Our Guest restaurant sold alcohol. But now the park is taking notes and making the change because of requests from guests. It's a move most of us know, and it's a move that can save a person's life. But the Heimlich maneuver didn't always exist. Dr. Henry Heimlich, the inventor of the Heimlich maneuver, has died. The 96-year-old died at Cincinnati's Christ Hospital Friday night. His death resulted from complications following a massive heart attack he suffered at his home last Monday. His family released a statement calling him a hero to many. People around the world say he saved countless lives by innovating devices and common sense procedures. The Frosty 5K race today in Sarasota, featuring a single loop course followed by a festive post-race party. Locals and out-of-towners alike participated in the run, receiving a custom Frosty Finishers medal for all who made it to the end. The event featuring a costume contest with prizes for the most creative interpretations.
The last race I did was in Mayaka River, and I was competing with some other kids there. Achieve your goals and have fun and be yourself.
The race began at Twin Lakes Park and finished up on the path around the lake. You know, Wendy, it's up to this day, I have not ran a 5K, and one of these days, I promise you, I will run one.
So this is on your bucket list. This is something you're going to do.
Yes, it is.
Today was the perfect day to do it because the weather was really great. This morning we had a little bit of fog around, but then the temperatures were nice and comfortable. So readings were mostly in the upper 60s, low 70s. It was the perfect day to be out for a run. So I'm going to be with you right there.
Awesome.
Dwayne, I want you to be doing that 5K run. We are looking at a couple of showers down around Northport. Some rains have been moving in there during the latter part of the hour, and we've been watching those showers moving on towards the north. Everything is moving northward at this point. We've got southerly winds at this hour, and so you can see some of these showers skirting on up around just to the west of I-75. They're crossing I-75 right now. Other showers along the east coast also moving to the north, but for the most part, we're seeing a lot of fair skies right along the beaches especially, and just a couple of showers popping up, but these rains are very, very light as they continue to move on towards the north. We've just got a little bit higher humidity, higher dew points, and that's allowing for some of these showers to form. We don't have any cold fronts around, and it's mostly the winds coming in out of the south that are really helping us experience much more of this humidity that's taking place. 83 degrees was our daytime high. 83 degrees. It's December. It's supposed to be 73. So it was a far cry from normal. And right now we're looking at our temperatures where they were supposed to be at the highest. That's where they are right now, 73 degrees for us. Dew points are creeping on up. So is the humidity. Winds are coming in out of the south at around 7 miles per hour. And for a large part of our area, we do have fair skies. The coldest weather, of course, to the north. And when I say cold, you know nobody's feeling sorry for us when we've got temperatures in the mid-60s in December. And that's what's happening to our north. Temperatures across central Florida all in the 70s right now. At the beaches, it's a little bit cooler. As you move east, we're seeing temperatures in the mid-70s at this hour. Now we've got a cold front moving down across the country, and that frontal system is going to stall out before it ever really makes it through the state of Florida. So right now what we're looking at are some showers that are going to be developing over the next period of time. So we could see a 30% chance of rain on Sunday and on Monday, but this front does not make it all the way through central Florida. So we're not going to get the cooler weather. Instead, we're going to be seeing mild conditions with some patchy fog developing late tonight and into the morning hours tomorrow. More humidity will be around, and it stays warm for the next several days. This is what it's going to look like as far as our 7-day forecast is concerned. You can see those temperatures staying well into the 80s all the way through Wednesday. Another cold front comes on in beginning on Thursday, and that could cool us down just a little bit by Friday, down to a temperature high of 75 degrees. Dwayne.
Now, sports.
The Tampa Bay Lightning, taking a tour of Western Canada, took on the Canucks in Vancouver last night. In the first, Brian Boyle sends Victor Hedman the crossing pass for that nice wrister goal to make it 1-0 Lightning. In the second, Brandon Suter gets the puck for the one-timer goal to tie the game for the Canucks. In the third, Corey Conacher scores a power play goal to tie the game again, making it 2-2 for the Lightning and the Canucks. But the Lightning just couldn't hang. The Canucks win 4-2. The Lightning played their last game out west against Edmonton tonight at 10. Well, congratulations to USF alum after going 0-12 last year. Now they're 6-6. First year's head coach Scott Frost takes the Knights to the AutoNation Cure Bowl. Linebacker Shaquem Griffin leading the Knights defensively, taking on Arkansas State. The matchup now in the second quarter with the Red Wolves leading 17-0. Central Florida looking for their first bowl win since Blake Bortles led them to the Fiesta Bowl title over Baylor to end the 2013 season. We'll have highlights of the matchup tonight at 11. And in Orlando last night, the Orlando Magic honored NBA sideline reporter Craig Sager prior to their game against the Brooklyn Nets. Magic players wore Sager Strong t-shirts during the pregame warm-up. Those t-shirts, as you see there, modeled on the garish suits Sager wore during games. The proceeds from purchases of the shirts support cancer research and education. The team held a moment of silence in Sager's honor before the national anthem. And for those who don't know, Craig Sager started his career at this station, right here in Sarasota. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
It's the perfect time for a quick holiday getaway. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll talk to our travel expert about ideas with everything from day trips to a day's drive away. All the holiday eating and drinking can be hard on our bodies. We'll ask Dr. Jenny what we can do to prepare ahead of time. Our gift guide continues with our four-legged friends at Yo Sushi's in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Our community has its struggles. The fact is, people have less than they did just a few years ago, and sadly, the need becomes more profound every day. Season of Sharing provides funds to help individuals and families in need, ensuring they will not end up homeless and without a roof over their heads. Together, providing a helping hand and making a difference. Season of Sharing. Give today at cfsarasota.org.
It's been an emotional time politically and socially this year.
But during a season when hearts are a little more open to love, we want to talk about good things to believe in.
We believe in service and making a difference in others' lives.
We believe in hearing the other point of view.
We believe in being kind, no matter how busy the day is.
We believe in finding the laughter in every day.
We hope you believe too.
Happy holidays from ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Attention breast cancer survivors. If you experience permanent hair loss or baldness after chemotherapy, you may qualify for a cash award. Thousands of women suffering breast cancer were given a chemotherapy drug without being warned about the possibility of irreversible alopecia. If you or a loved one suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy, call 888-622-8732. Time to file a claim is limited. 888-622-8732. That's 888-622-8732.
A random act of barbecue happened today in Manatee County. Sonny's Barbecue surprising East Manatee Fire Rescue, recognizing them for their dedication to the Manatee County community. The event featured barbecue, of course, and good food along with rewards for those dedicated to the safety of the community.
The other members of the public that we had here that actually participated in some of the rescues, we honored them as well, and that was a great thing to have them here and allow them to meet the victims they helped on scenes. So it was the first time they got to meet face to face, and that was a pretty rewarding experience for them.
The deputy fire chief says today's turnout far exceeded his expectations, and he was glad that they were able to celebrate with the community and focus on the family environment. In Newtown today, children and their families enjoyed breakfast with Santa. Getting into the festive mood, the kids got breakfast, a free gift from Santa himself, along with a train ride and other fun activities.
To see the kids happy, breakfast with Santa, they get the gifts. It's very good for the children.
The event took place in Newtown Estates Park, bringing the community together to enjoy the holiday season. With just 2 days until the election results becoming official, Russian hacking still dominating the headlines as President Obama comments on the matter. Meanwhile, President-elect Donald Trump is taking on the Chinese over Twitter. ABC's Mary Bruce is in Washington with more.
Come on.
President Obama defending his response to Russia's hacking and interference in the U.S. election.
Everybody had the information. It was out there, and we handled it the way we should have.
The president all but pointing the finger at Russian President Vladimir Putin, saying he told Putin to knock it off at this summit back in September.
Talk to him directly and tell him to cut it out, and there were going to be some serious consequences if he didn't. Not much happens in Russia without Vladimir Putin.
Obama says that warning stopped future hacking. Russia reportedly intended to sway the election in Trump's favor. The FBI and U.S. intelligence agencies now agree Putin was personally involved. The CIA director saying they're in sync on the scope, nature, and intent of Russia's interference. Much of the proof is forensic, discovered inside the computers of the Democratic National Committee.
They get in by what's called a spearfish attack.
Cyber experts say the Russians first planted a beacon to send material back to Moscow, and it had a telltale Russian signature. It was written in Moscow's time zone and seemed to have gaps on what were Russian holidays, and transmitted to an internet address overseas.
And it was an IP address that had been previously seen in other Russian-attributed attacks.
But Trump continues to deny U.S. intelligence, like in this Fox interview earlier this month.
They have no idea if it's Russia or China or somebody. It could be somebody sitting in a bed someplace.
Trump spent Saturday morning on Twitter taking aim at China after that country seized an unmanned American drone during routine operations near the Philippines. Trump called it an unprecedented act. Mary Bruce, ABC News, Washington.
Today, the Pentagon says it had already lodged a complaint, and after direct contact, Chinese authorities agreed to return the drone. Meanwhile, President Obama has promised retaliation against Russia for the hacking, but would not give specifics. A 5-year-old boy from Maryland who is battling leukemia had the time of his life on Friday, reminding us what really matters. Kahim, who is now better known as Super Kahim, spent a very special day battling the bad guys around the nation's capital through the Make-A-Wish organization. With law enforcement from around the D.C. area, Kahim saved Santa, helped Speaker Paul Ryan, saved Christmas from the Grinch, and finally saved a few D.C. sports mascots after they were somehow tied up on top of a museum. He was always smiling as he saved the day.
Isn't he super? Look at him.
Great story. Look how cute he is.
He really is.
Nice.
He really is. Smiling as he saves the day. Isn't that fantastic?
The pride of D.C.
Oh, my goodness. Well, of course, we always smile around here as far as the weather is concerned because it's something to smile about, isn't it? We're going to see beautiful conditions through the night tonight and into tomorrow.
And we will see you tonight at 11.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining. On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go. At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community with a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7, weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast. If you want 24/7 access to ABC7's breaking news stories, weather forecasts, traffic alerts, health reports, Suncoast View, and more ABC7 programming, now there's good news. Introducing the free ABC7 channel on Amazon Fire TV, your 24/7 access to ABC7. Just search ABC7 on the streaming device and download the free ABC7 channel app. Or if you don't have an Amazon Fire TV, you can get one at Amazon.com. Monday on ABC7 News at 7.
You know, one party has been saying, well, they'll stay out of the race if the other one does, but they don't always follow that gentleman's agreement.
School board, city commission, seats on the court, they should be nonpartisan, but with Democrats and Republicans taking sides, should that show on the ballot? I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have a debate on this election conflict.
Monday on ABC7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.